Please clear the grid, except for officials and team technicians. 5 minutes to start a formation lap. Please clear the grid, except for officials and team technicians.
係啦，冇錯啦，咁啊仲有5分鐘咧，係即刻係開始我哋嘅熱身圈。咁啊，所有嘅其他嘅人員咧係要離開呢個賽道啦。咁啊，除咗佢哋嘅賽車車隊嘅機械師之外，咁啊現場麻煩咧就係所有嘅工作人員咧係幫手咧係清理呢個賽道啦。咁啊，所有嘅朋友麻煩你哋而家係離開呢個賽道，除咗佢哋嘅車隊嘅機械師啊、維修員嘅嗰方面咧係可以留低喺度，咁其他嘅朋友咧麻煩你大家合作嚇，咁啊盡快咧係離開呢個賽道。賽事係將會係喺而家都唔夠5分鐘咧，係將會係開始熱身圈。David。
Johnny, thanks. So the grid being cleared, and very shortly we'll get the cars released for the warming up lap. We've got 5 minutes to go before the start of the formation lap, the green flag lap. I've given you the grid, you know how it lines up, and if you can see the big screens, you can see this amazing field stretching right the way back to the exit of our bend with lots of variety. Mitsubishi on the grid, Nissan, Subaru, Lotus, you've got Volkswagen represented, you've got Citroen even as well, and the cars shortly to be released for the green flag lap. It's going to be a 10-lap race, all 35 minutes, depending on which is completed first. If we were to have, for example, a safety car period, then it would go to time rather than the number of laps. What are the chances of an incident? What are the chances of a safety car? Well, it's been a fairly dramatic weekend thus far for the support categories in terms of practice as well as the qualifying session. Pick a winner. Well, Kelvin Leung, number 6 on pole position, has been hard to stop this weekend, but Mitsuhiro Kinoshita with the...
Attention on the grid, attention on the grid. 3 minutes to start a formation lap. Please clear the grid. 3 minutes to start a formation lap. Please now clear the grid.
So Mitsuhiro Kinoshita on the inside of the front row, and as I say, he's been getting quicker and quicker over the course of the weekend thus far, so he's certainly one to watch in this race. We've got 3 minutes to go then, so now the grid being cleared at the 1 minute board, the engines will fire up, the last engineers will leave the grid. We've got 3 minutes to go then before the start of the Macau Road Sport Challenge, what promises to be a great way to start the weekend's racing here on the gear circuit at Macau. Pedro.
Macau Road Sport Challenge é então a primeira corrida do programa deste ano 2015, uma grelha de partida já limpa, já saíram todas as pessoas que não têm a ver com a equipa técnica dos concorrentes, também esses agora saem, o tempo urge, é talvez a maior grelha de partida deste programa, são 34 pilotos, a grelha tem 17 filas. E para se ter uma ideia do nível de preparação, pelo menos dos carros da frente, de referir que o piloto mais rápido, que é o piloto de Macau, Leon Yanfeng, no Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9, tem o tempo de 2:33:42, ou seja, é sensivelmente o mesmo tempo que os mais rápidos da corrida da guia. Os Honda e o Seat Leon que estiveram há pouco em pista na última sessão de qualificação para a sua corrida de amanhã. Portanto, os carros da frente a andarem bastante rápido, evidentemente grandes diferenças entre os carros da frente e os últimos, já que a partir do 20º posto, sensivelmente a partir da 20ª posição, há quase 20 segundos.
Attention on the grid, 1 minute to start a formation lap. 1 minute to start a formation lap.
1 minuto para a volta de formação, a volta de lançamento, e dizia eu, a partir do 20º e pouco, a quase 20 segundos ou mais da diferença entre os pilotos da frente e esses lá de trás. Poderá até acontecer que os mais rápidos sejam capazes de ultrapassar os últimos, ou seja, que esses sejam dobrados pelos pilotos da frente, apesar da corrida ter apenas 10 voltas. 10 voltas para a Macau Road Sport Challenge, primeira linha Leong Yanfeng e Mitsuhiro Kinoshita, este no Nissan GTR 34, depois Zhongqian e Wang Kaong, os dois.
15 seconds, stand by, 15 seconds.
depois Lokai Fung em Mitsubishi Natavuda em Lotus Évora, Let King Meng em Nissan GTR e Wong Wanlong em Mitsubishi Lancer, e na quinta fila a fechar o top 10 Alex Ui no Citroën Elysée e Sun Zheng no Mitsubishi Lancer, e saiu a volta de formação. Volta de formação para a Macau Road Sport Challenge.
So the formation lap is underway. If you've not seen a race around Macau before, welcome, and hold on to your hats, because with such a busy grid, this is going to be very good indeed. We've got 36 cars ready to go, very evenly matched. We'll get some great battles, we'll get some incidents, no doubt. And Kelvin Leung, number 6, then starts as the favourite. Mitsuhiro Kinoshita, number 18, with him at the front of the grid in the white Nissan. And then also keep an eye on number 63, Chen Si Non, in the purple and white Mitsubishi, starting third on the grid. This, not the start of the race, just to make the point, it's an opportunity for them to get some warmth into the tyres and into the brakes for safety purposes as much as anything, ready for the start of the race itself. So at the end of this lap, they will stop on the grid once again. Then we will have the start light sequence, and then the Macau Road Sport Challenge will be underway. So this being led around this lap by the poleman, Kelvin Leung, who's taken this Western Christian name now. He's got Mitsuhiro Kinoshita with him at the front of the grid. The second row is Chung Si Non, and then lining up alongside is number 8, which is Wang Ka Hong with the Lancer Evo 9. On the third row, you've got Chung Si Non and Wang Ka Ha alongside, and then on the third row of the grid, on the outside, is Lokai Fung with the purple and white Evo and the Vespa Lotuses of Natavud, lining up with their number 59. So the cars at a leisurely pace make their way through Mandarin down towards Lisboa. As I say, they'll form up on the grid at the end of the lap, and then we'll be good to go, ready for the Macau Road Sport Challenge. Last year's winner, Wong Wanlong, lines up 8th on the grid, number 1 in the red and white Evo 10. He will be a man to watch to see what progress he can make as we get ready. First race of the weekend, 10 laps for the Macau Road Sport Challenge.
好啦，各位車迷請留意啦。咁啊，跟住落嚟咧就澳門路車挑戰賽事。咁啊，呢一項嘅賽事咧就剛剛大家睇到咧係一個我哋叫做係一個熱身嘅賽前一個熱身嘅圈。咁哋稍後咧就將會亦都係好慢車同埋去磨佢哋嘅胎。咁啊，大家如果喺看台、水塘角或者葡京灣嘅朋友咧，就會睇到個熒光幕咧一路影住佢哋喺不同嘅位置咧，就慢慢向翻我哋嘅終點或者起點呢方面咧，就係盡快排翻好頭先自己排嘅位置。咁啊，當一陣間大家要睇住個燈號係5盞燈嘅，兩盞一組嘅，最後嗰組色咧就真係正式嘅賽事開始，大家要留意住喺熒光幕。咁喺大家如果望熒光幕嘅左手邊，因為我哋正面多數望熒光幕嘅左手邊咧，就應該係阿梁恩妮，隔離咧就係佢另外一位嘅日籍嘅車手木下。咁啊，大家要留意住啦！呢兩部車一出嚟咧，咁後面啲車咧會兼上嚟嘅，咁啊大家要留意住㗎啦嚇。尤其是喺大坑台、水塘角，甚至乎葡京灣嘅朋友要落足眼力，因為咧喺呢個大直線咧一路咁扯咗落嚟葡京灣咧，我唔知有冇嘢執啦嚇。咁啊不過咧就真係要落足眼力。好，我唞一陣先，一陣間再同大家繼續啊。
Volta de lançamento desta primeira corrida do programa Macau Road Sport Challenge. Os carros lentidão ainda para vir à régua de partida, vão aproveitando para zigue-zaguear, que é o que costuma fazer para ir aquecendo um pouco os pneus, embora a velocidade seja bastante lenta, uma espécie de desfile até chegar à grelha de partida. Estes carros, esta corrida tem na sua maioria carros da marca Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, é de Evolution, várias fases de evolução tecnológica deste modelo, que é um modelo da Mitsubishi nascido, na verdade, para competição, quer de rally, quer de pista. São carros que atingem facilmente, com um nível de preparação médio, cerca de 300 cavalos, E daí os tempos à volta de 2,33, 2,34, 2,35, por volta disso. Portanto, é um tempo que nesta pista mostra carros com uma potência bastante elevada. Também uma característica nesta corrida, a grande diferença de tempos entre os da frente e os do final da grelha, que vai notar-se naturalmente durante a corrida essa diferença de andamento e pode até levar os da frente a dobrarem os últimos concorrentes durante as 10 voltas desta corrida que está prestes a começar. Os carros estão a chegar à grelha de partida, a tomar as suas posições. Liong Yanfeng em Mitsubishi é o primeiro, Mitsuhiro Kinoshita em Nissan GTR 34 é o segundo, ocupam a primeira fila da grelha, tudo a postos dentro de minutos, dentro de segundos, partida da primeira corrida do programa Macau Road Sport Challenge.
Thank you， 好啦，大家留意住啦嚇，嗱留意住熒光幕。如果喺看台、水塘角，甚至乎葡京灣朋友嗱，而家大家都睇到嘅，喺你哋嘅左手邊紫色呢部咧就係梁欣文，隔離嗰個咧就係木下，啲燈暫時未着，呢5套燈未着啊！大家留意住啦嚇，好快脆嘅啫。喺你哋嘅熒光幕嘅左手邊，亦都有一個格仔打咗出嚟嘅，係5組燈已經係準備好晒㗎啦。因為大會要睇後邊，因為36部車都比較後邊多啲嘅，要等呢個揸6期嘅哥哥咧，我哋工作人員咧嗱，因為仲有車行緊埋去，佢會咧去到呢個位置係 OK， 即係話俾而家示意咧，就係大會方面預備去撳燈。嗱，大家睇到啦，喺你嘅熒光面左手邊5組嘅燈，佢逐組着嘅，睇住留意住。而家大家都心情緊張，尤其是喺車上邊嘅朋友。嗱，第一組喺上角嗱，上最高嗰層第一組嗱，已經斬下，即係表示喺尾節有啲問題出現。嗱，睇下係咪有啲問題先，因為唔會咁樣嘅喎，有啲問題出現。通常咧就我唔知係打動定打橫，但係唔係咁樣嘅，仲未得，應該仲有啲少嘅問題出現，睇下有冇事先嚇，留意住先。前面可能係問題，但後邊可能仲有啲嘢，因為有轉咗彎咧，大家都睇到轉咗彎係睇唔到後邊嗰啲車嘅，要留意住。但係佢呢個斬燈咧就係啦，嗱當然啦，你有架壞車啦，唔係呢個係紫色嘅，係喎，77號崔榮康喎。阿輝哥真係好眼啊，唔使戴眼鏡都唔會好眼嘅。喺個大直路，即係我哋呢個水塘角呢邊。嗱，因為咧嗰邊咧出現到有少少問題嘅時間咧，佢就要推翻入去，唔會再出到嚟啦，因為佢埋唔到埋嚟啦，一定要着唔到車㗎啦，佢應該。而家啲工作人員好快啦，盡量咧快啲將佢部車咧就係推翻入去。呢一個嘅喺水塘角，我哋水塘灣角呢個位置咧，就有啲係我哋叫做係即係因為如果你推入咧，就可以唔使話阻住其他車輛。David
Start aborted, number 77, Sao Yang Hon having stopped, coming out of Fisherman's before our bend. The car stranded on the track, so the start aborted because of a car that needs retrieving. That is out of harm's way, and so now the start procedure can recommence. It may be that they have another warming up lap to bring them round to the grid. We'll wait and see what the decision is, but the start aborted because of number 77, Sao Yang Hon's car needing to be pushed off the track.
好，大家留意住先，留意住啊！嗱，而家仲係斬緊紅燈，即係話嗰邊嘅仲係可能有啲工作要繼續跟進。
Attention on the grid. Attention on the grid. 5 minutes to start of formation lap. 5 minutes to start of formation lap.
各位留意，剛剛大會亦都公布，有5分鐘後咧就未係賽事，不過仲要一個熱身。熱身之後先正式賽事，對。
So 5 minutes before another formation lap. Whether that will affect the race distance, we must find out, because another green flag lap often means 1 lap off the race duration. We'll have confirmation of that, one hopes, in due course, but it'll be a 5-minute countdown, another formation lap, and then round to the grid. So now the track is clear, the countdown begins once more. Yes, 9 laps, the timing screen confirms 9 laps, not 10. One more formation lap, one off the race duration. 9 laps, and we're into the 5-minute countdown.
好啦，由於咧就係剛剛呢個有少少嘅出現咗一啲問題，咁大會咧原定呢個賽事係10個圈嘅，而家得9個圈。請大家要留意啦，我諗所有 mechanic 咧都要留意住你自己嘅車隊嘅車手，而家得翻係剩翻9個圈，咁啊大家要留意啦，一陣間幾分鐘之後咧，先係一個熱身，熱身之後再埋翻嚟原來嘅位置，先至係繼續餘下9個圈嘅賽事，大家要留意啦。Redo.
Demora na partida devido a uma situação na formação da grelha. O carro número 77 de Sou Yenghong variou mesmo perto da chegada da grelha de partida, depois da curva dos pescadores. Foi empurrado para uma das saídas de recurso da pista e os carros ficaram aqui parados na grelha de partida. A decisão da direção da corrida foi de dar mais um...
Attention on the grid. 3 minutes to start a formation lap. 3 minutes to start a formation lap.
Mais uma formation lap, mais uma volta de formação. Faltam 3 minutos para o início dessa volta. De salientar, no entanto, que essa volta de formação extra, devido a esta interrupção das formalidades de partida, será descontada na totalidade das voltas da corrida. Portanto, a corrida que teria 10 voltas vai ter apenas 9 voltas. A corrida da Macau Road Sport Challenge, 9 voltas depois da volta de formação extra, que começará dentro de sensivelmente 2 minutos e meio.
3分鐘之後咧就會呢個澳門嘅路車挑戰賽事，而家得翻9個圈啊！各位車迷都要留意住，因為頭先啱啱有個意外出現咗咧，咁為彌補，因為你已經行咗一個。
Attention on the grid, 1 minute to start a formation lap. 1 minute.
1分鐘之後就會進行呢個熱身圈，喺熱身圈先喺1分鐘之後，各位車手亦都請留意㗎啦，1分鐘之後係先嚟熱身圈先。我哋咧都喺呢個評述房入邊咧，因為我哋都近住喺個 tower 嘅，我哋叫做 M 層嘅位置㗎嚇，咁咧都好靜，大家都好靜，大家都好緊張，因為係第62屆嘅太陽城集團。
15 seconds to start, 15 seconds.
幾秒鐘之後就會開始㗎啦，留意住啦。咁啊，因為太陽城集團第62屆澳門格蘭披治大賽車嘅第一項嘅正式嘅賽事，即將會開始9個圈嚇。David。
So the cars released onto the formation lap for the second time of asking, and the non-starter then, sadly, number 77. So we lose Sao Yang Hong, but everybody else is away and at a leisurely pace as well. So we have already on the timing screen news that 72 has a drive-through penalty. Bill O'Brien, number 72, according to the timing screen, has a drive-through penalty. The reason for it is not explained, but 72, a drive-through penalty, says the timing screen. Bill O'Brien is to be found 18th on the grid. There's another car that hasn't got away. Luciano Castillo-Lamerash has not been able to start with the rest, and he gets a push. Now, you should, if you're last away and everybody's gone past, start at the back of the grid. So let's hope that Castillo-Lamerash keeps his position now at the very back. The information about a drive-through penalty has now got off the screen, so that is better news. Qualifying, but anyway, the information is gone, and now the question mark is over Luciano Castillo-Lamerash to make sure that he starts at the back of the grid as he should do. So the cars are on the formation lap, everybody trying to get a little bit of warmth into the tyres as the field makes its way then now down towards the right-hander at Mandarin.
volta de formação, a segunda então volta de formação desta Macau Road Sport Challenge, com as formalidades de partida com alguns incidentes. Agora no início desta volta de formação foi o carro número 33 do Luciano Castilho Lameiras, piloto de Macau, Mitsubishi Lancer, a ficar por instantes parado, mas com o auxílio de um comissário de pista que o empurrou, conseguiu então pôr o carro a funcionar e participar na volta de formação, senão teria que desistir, ficar logo ali, escolher a pit lane ou ao parque. Sim, conseguiu participar na volta de formação, mas vai sair do último lugar. Ele estava perto do último lugar, estava no último lugar, assim vai sair exatamente da última, no tempo número 31. São 34 concorrentes, uma grande partida enorme, com 17 linhas. O Sr. Castilho Lameiras a sair da última fila, foi prejudicado em 3 lugares, devido ao incidente com o seu carro. Entretanto, foi anunciado que o carro 72 de William O'Brien vai ter que passar pela pit lane numa drive-thru, penalização de drive-thru, portanto, passar pela pit lane logo depois do início da corrida. E a volta de formação, a segunda volta de formação, vai decorrer para os pilotos chegarem então toda a meta, terminarem novamente na grelha de partida. Veremos se desta vez sem outros incidentes que atrasem o procedimento de partida. Esta volta vai ser descontada, como já referi há pouco, na totalidade das voltas de corrida. Estavam previstas 10, serão então 9 voltas nesta Macau Road Sport Challenge, que vai iniciar-se dentro de 2-3 minutos.
So the cars working their way on this final formation lap. Driving slow away, Luciano Castillo Lameiras did not start at the back, or he's not at the back of the queue. He's gone to where he qualified, so whether that is going to be frowned upon, we must wait and see. But the information that drive-throughs is gone, which is good news for Bill O'Brien. It might have been an error that came up, and we've lost, as I say, Sao Yang Hong. But the rest of the field led round by Kelvin Young, number 6. Miss Hiro Kinoshita will start with him at the front of the grid, and then you've got Cheng Si Hong and Wan Kao Hong on the second row of the grid. It's very much dominated by Mitsubishi and Nissan in the front. Fingers crossed, this time around we are going to be good to go. The cars are working their way now past the construction along Black Sands down towards Fisherman's, and then it's that fast straight up towards the very quick right-hander of our band, and then rather than going over the timing line, they'll stop on the grid, and fingers crossed this time nobody has any problems and we can finally get our first race of the weekend, the Macau Road Sport Challenge, underway. After this we should have the SUNCITY Lotus Celebrity Cup race, and then we've got the warm-up for the SUNCITY Group Macau Motorcycle Grand Prix to conclude the morning. But 9 laps it will now be, not 10 because of this extra formation lap. 9 laps we have, and the cars are heading to the grid.
好啦，咁而家啲車手咧已經係做緊呢個叫 warm up 咧，即係我哋嘅熱身圈入邊咧，就基本咧就喺呢個嗱，大家見到呢個水塘灣角係最好睇嘅。啱啱我哋叫熱身圈咧，大家好似蛇仔咁嘅周圍咁捐嚟捐去，呢個磨胎咧差唔多係傳統嘅，全世界都要咁動作嚟嘅啦呢個啊。所以咧，頭先熒光幕又係影到好多啲老闆啊、靚姐姐、靚哥哥啊。買廣告先 Edo 老闆啊咁啊等等都嚟到啊捧自機場，因為佢呢架阿木下呢架咧就喺阿梁恩明隔離嘅18號車，咁啊大家都全神貫注住而家跑道上面，大家都要真係要揾電視機睇啊，冇法子啊，因為喺賽道上面咧一眼關七就睇唔晒嘅，咁啊唯有睇電視，冇錯啦。嗱而家啲車咧全部係。好似頭先一樣，魚貫入場，你係左邊嘅左邊，右邊係右邊。咁啊，當然啦，唔可以話啊，頭先啊蘇榮康個位空咗，我可唔可以上前啊？係得嘅，係只可以我哋叫做吉咗佢，就係呢啲位置冇法子㗎啦。賽車都有好多規矩喺度啊。咁啊，較後嘅車咧，佢哋亦都排喺個彎位後邊。因為大家都知道澳門嘅賽道咧就唔係話咁寬闊，咁啊亦都唔係話太窄，因為36度左右係最多嘅， 可以超過36部嘅。如果一個項目超過36部車去呢個報名，咁啊大家咧都係要按時間錄取36部嘅啫。咁啊所以咧大家都要留意住啦。而家好啦，見到燈咗2、2盞、3盞、4、5。嗱，一熄燈嘅預備開始啦，大家睇住啦。梁一鳴咁啊，可以有梁一鳴幾個彈出嚟，哇！呢個鏡頭啊，梁一鳴咧彈佢嚟，木下咧可唔可以逼住佢？好靚啊，攝得梁一鳴第一個水頭彎，一穿過嚟咧就係木下咁跟住，哇！後邊成架車啊，張子安啊、黃家康啊、梁家峰啊咁等等，哇！李建明啊等成揸，好啦，而家見到一架車咧，可能俾人逼到哎呀！喺水塘角上面咧，有好多車喺嗰邊，喺呢個水塘角就啱啱出嚟呢個位置。嗱，而家嚟緊無端端應該係梁一鳴啊，都。
It is number 6 then, Calvin Leung, who leads as they dive down towards Lisboa for the first time, chasing after him in the white Nissan Kinoshita as they work their way through Lisboa up San Francisco Hill now for the first time, Leung getting away. And there's a big gap after the top two. Kinoshita is gapping everybody else because in third place at the moment, number 63 is Chernsey Noh, but the lead is building all the while. A great first few corners this by Kelvin Leung, number 6 in the Mitsubishi. Kinoshita runs second, and we've got cars stranded, one of which is last year's winner. 1-1 long, number 1 has stopped even before the kink after the start line. We've also lost, I think, Bill O'Brien's Lotus, and a safety car pool was being prepared there as well. But number 1, last year's winner, 1-1 long, stranded at 34 is in the barriers. Troy K-Lay is in the barriers as well.
咁啊，見到剛剛咧由34號咧就指咗埋，啱啱係過水塘第一個彎位，可能成扎車兼出嚟嘅時間咧就已經按埋。而家咧見到咧嗱，大家喺熒光幕見到點解有粒黃色嘢寫住 safety car 咧？因為而家賽道亦都有影響到餘下落嚟嘅比賽。咁啊，黃雲龍咧亦都啱啱係頭先啦起唔到步啊！見到佢可能又係兼咗埋嚟咧，而家唯有係翻個 P 入邊啦，架車咧稍後有工人推埋去。而家見到阿梁一鳴開始係行緊，但係一定要慢，因為前邊架安全嘅 safety car 咧係等緊啦。而家再睇重溫嘅鏡頭，哇好醒啊！後邊有啲車已經兼咗上嚟㗎啦。咁啊，但係架蓮花咧就唔喐到，不過可能佢再喐嘅時間咧，後面啲車已經哇！你睇下沙塵滾滾啊！點解咧？頭先可能有啲車漏油咧，就導致到好多大家都睇唔到。咁啊，工作人員因為鋪咗啲呢個沙方面嘅防止防滑，咁啊大家都見到啲車，咦慢曬嘅，啲髮夾彎都咁慢。唔係，因為咧預備嘅 safety car咧已經喺前面等緊佢啦。大家亦都留意一陣間咧，我哋叫安全車咧帶領喺邊度繼續比賽，一陣間先話俾你聽。對。
Safety car is on track, 34, Troy K-Lay is the driver who's hit the barriers, and the car needs to be retrieved just to make sure that he is okay. So we almost got going, a couple of corners, but the safety car deployed. Calvin Leung leads Mitsuhiro Kinoshita with Chernsey in third place, number 63. We are behind the safety car as they come to the end of the first lap, Pedro.
Safety car em pista numa corrida primeira do programa cheia de incidentes, na verdade, logo do início na formação da grelha de partida e depois finalmente quando foi dada a partida, logo um carro ficou parado, logo a seguir o carro de Wong Wanlong, que foi o vencedor do ano passado, fora da corrida. Depois aqui neste sítio o carro número 34 de Choi Kei-lei a bater nas barreiras e a ter que ser retirado. Conclusão, logo na primeira volta o safety car em pista. Safety car em pista, ainda a primeira volta não tinha sido completada pelos pilotos da frente e aqui alguma dificuldade em tirar o carro número 34 de Choi Kei-lei. Portanto, muitos incidentes nesta partida, nesta primeira volta, uma corrida cheia de história a atrasar o programa. O embate de Choi Kei-lei foi de frente. Está também a equipa médica junto do piloto de Macau e o outro piloto de Macau que venceu o ano passado e que tinha saído com o 8º tempo, Wong Wanlong, também desistiu. Aqui temos o pelotão a passar em marcha reduzidíssima atrás do safety car na zona do incidente, de onde está a revelar-se mais difícil do que previsto a retirada do carro. Vai ter que ser levantado em cima de uns macacos que o retiram do chão para depois poder ser empurrado. Normalmente é esse o procedimento. E esta volta da corrida, que já estava reduzida apenas a 9, não a 10, a 9, a ser naturalmente incluída no programa, já que é atrás de um safety car, mas é esta velocidade de desfile, digamos assim. Pelo menos mais uma volta nesta situação de safety car. Veremos se o carro aqui demorará ainda muito a ser retirado e a assistência ao piloto, já que depois da equipa médica chega também uma ambulância para prestar assistência devida ao piloto do carro 34, o Choi Kei-lei.
好啦，嗱，而家大家亦都係見到安全車係帶領其他嘅車輛。嗱，有一個規矩都係大家要留意嘅，當安全車帶領任何一部車呢個繼續行呢個圈係繼續我嚟計緊時不特止，當然啦個車要磨胎保持個速度，仲有一樣唔能夠名次係要跟翻一格跟一格，即係你。 可能頭先第10位，但係頭先突然間上開嗰陣時咧，未有事故發生咧，你兼到上嚟3、4位咧，咁安全車出咧，你就喺3位，唔係到翻去第10位。點解會咁咧？因為係賽緊嘅，咁但係安全車出嚟意思咧，就係一定係跟住個頭車嘅，即係個頭車一定要跟安全車。咁後邊咧如此類推，你頭先入到乜嘢嘅位置，就要而家一定要按翻位置。 大家要留意啦，但係咧圈數亦都會繼續，每帶一個圈就計一個圈。嗱，而家9個圈之後咧又減咗2個圈，咁啊換言之咧就遞減，大家留意住啦嚇，大家留意住。如果有熒光幕睇到，而家嗱見到咧係9個圈，隔離有個2啊，咁即係9/2，即係話剛剛因為仲賽道，嗱而家睇翻慢鏡喺入邊，哎呀呢度出事，喺呢度啱啱先。 黃文龍應該會卡到佢啊，所以咧佢停咗啫，隨機就俾人拱咗埋去嗰邊，好大氣流㗎啦，大家要留意啊，因為咧每一個起步嘅時間咧，啲車咧大家兼上嚟嘅時間，嗰啲衝力啊，因為你踩盡㗎嘛，大家都可以，因為你雖然話彎位，但係大家一定要踩住，如果唔係咧，你唔踩盡咧係出唔到自己嗰個飄咗出嚟，如果出唔到頭咧，你一路跟住人尾咧，你未必攞到。 可以話俾人夾咗埋啊，落咗細力，唔好大力㗎，好似打波一樣嘅啫嘛，用個打波原理，輕輕膊頭點，咁你個人都彈開咗，車都一樣嘅啫，因為個力量咧就好大㗎，咁啊所以大家要留意住，咁大家而家見到咧，徐基利可能有少少挫親啊等等，咁啊由我哋嘅醫護人員咧係開始去睇下佢同佢出嚟，因為一定要上12車啦，咁咧因為睇佢都要。 應該問題唔大嘅，不過睇下係咪挫一挫啊咁等等。PRÉMIO
ainda o safety car em pista, uma vez que os procedimentos de assistência ao piloto Choi Kei-lei estão a demorar. O piloto vai ser retirado do carro. A situação física do piloto não permite que ele o faça pelos seus próprios meios. Os médicos estão na roda do carro de Choi Kei-lei. O carro foi embatido logo nos precipícios da arranque, precisamente no meio da grelha, e ficou logo ali. Foi um toque ainda com alguma violência nos raios. E a verdade é que o piloto está a sentir-se disso e não consegue sair do carro, razão pela qual teve que ser pedida uma ambulância. Os médicos vão proceder à retirada do piloto com todos os cuidados que são necessários nesta situação. Há também já uma maca disponível para que o piloto possa sair deitado, provavelmente com um colete de segurança no pescoço e depois ser transportado de ambulância. É mais uma volta, portanto, em velocidade lenta atrás do safety car. Estas voltas estão a descontar no tempo total da corrida, no número de voltas da corrida. Já estava reduzida a 9 e destas 9 provavelmente umas 2 já estão atrás do safety car, talvez mais uma ou duas. Aqui ainda os procedimentos de assistência ao piloto. O carro no mesmo local e o piloto ainda dentro do carro.
So the safety car stays out whilst the incident is attended to. Number 34, Troy K-Lai, having been involved in this incident heading down towards the first corner. I think it might have been 22, Lancam Sam, that was also involved, but unfortunately that car is going no further, and we also have lost Wong Wan Long, last year's winner, so the incident has taken out a couple of drivers that were going to be competitive. We've now done 2 laps effectively behind the safety car. We're on lap 3 of the 9, and the race, such as it is at the moment, because it's almost grid order, is being led by Calvin Leung. Second is 18, Mitsuhiro Kinoshita. Third is 36, which is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 7 of Lo Kai Fun. Fourth is number 8 at the moment, Wang Ka Hum. In 5th place, number 63, which is Chen Si On. And then in 6th place, number 7 of Lei Kitmeng. 7th, 87, Shun Zheng. In 8th place is 38, Alan Chan. 9th, having dropped back from his grid position, is the Lotus Evora of Charo and Sukomatana Nathavud. And then in 10th place at the moment, number 51, is Alex Hoy, as the cars work their way then down towards Mandarin. The medical team and the extraction crew hard at work to delicately get Troy K-Lai out of the car for fear of doing any jarring to neck or back. It's a delicate operation to make sure the driver is okay and to get him out of the car and then take him to the medical centre to make sure that all is well. So the excellent work by the circuit team, driver out of the car, and the yellow flag still waved as the safety car goes through. Now that the driver is out, the remainder of the clear-up operation should be fairly swift. The car can be retrieved, the liquid spilt can be dealt with, and so fingers crossed it won't be that long before we can get this Road Sport Challenge back underway with Calvin Leung at the moment, the man leading the way, as we're currently on lap 3. It was reduced to 9 laps anyway because of the delayed start, so we're on lap 3 of 9, so limited racing kilometres coming up. But Calvin Leung, Mitsuhiro Kinoshita, and then Lo Kai Fung, the top 3 as they work their way up San Francisco Hill on this, the 3rd lap of the race.
好啦，眨下眼咧就安全區大陸已經過咗3個圈㗎啦嚇，咁啊即係仲有5至6個圈左右。因為而家現時跑道上邊咧仍然咧啲工作人員好努力啊，就將呢兩部嘅以外嘅車輛咧快快脆脆係希望移開喺個跑道上面咧翻去安全嘅位置，咁啊等個正常嘅賽事繼續。咁而家暫時嚟講仍然咧排喺頭位㗎啦，當然係6號車梁一鳴，喺個後邊咧就18號車嘅呢個日籍嘅車手無瑕，咁啊第3位置咧就36號嘅阿盧啟峰，咁啊澳門嘅呢隻車應該就喺翻晒較前嘅位置㗎啦，跟住咧就係8號車嘅阿黃家康，咁啊第5位置咧就63號阿張志安，第6位置嘅7號車阿李傑明。咁啊第7位置咧，中國車手係孫靜。咁啊第8號車咧，8號位置嘅咧就持有加拿大籍嘅陳瑞豪。咁咧呢個第9位置咧就係59號呢位泰籍嘅車手啊勒達活。咁啊呢位又係老牌車手，呢啲係資深㗎啦，好多年㗎啦。咁啊第10位置咧就51號嘅呢一個香港車手許家泰。咁啊大家記得咧我唔知係2年前咧定1年前啊，特別帶埋個女嚟揸蓮花咧，嗰陣時真係同阿女鬼添啊！哇，攣到行啊！因為嗰場賽事咧就係都係阿潘炳業咧，我哋呢個資深嘅老將咧係有玩呢一個嘅Lotus 嘅呢個型號嘅呢款車Lotus 嘅呢款車嘅一個賽事，一陣間稍後就係㗎啦。咁啊〜當然咧，因為可能係爭季軍，好似如果冇記錯，哇兩個鬥得真係如火如荼啊！咁啊一個後生，一個咧全場最費到笑緊，我都唔敢咁講，叫資深啊！佢話全場最老， 咁啊係嘅，咁啊呢幾年大家都識㗎啦嚇。咁啊所以咧有時賽車咧雖然話係一個危險嘅活動，可以咁講係嘛，但係亦都係一種好夠刺激嘅活動嘅一個項目。咁啊賽車咧即係大家車迷都心中有數，即係我唔會講嗰啲問題嘅，大家都知道睇賽車係注意啲咩嘅事項啊等等㗎啦嚇。咁啊咁啊而家見到咧就工作人員已經咧將嗰部30歲號啊隨機嚟，咁或者睇輝哥補充下嗱，因為起點一陣再起點啊，阿輝哥你要同佢再講講呢個位置接近嘅。
咁啊，大家咧都會留意到咧，前面嘅安全車帶領之下，後面呢啲車咧就一步跟一步係唔準爬頭。咁啊，大家留意下安全車左手邊嗰個位置咧有條黃色嘅虛線啊。咁啊，如果係有一條黃色嘅打橫過賽道，就係啱啱算咧。而家我哋見到呢條橫過賽道嘅黃色嘅線啦。咁呢一個線咧就係話咧，如果一陣間安全車再帶領翻到嚟之前，佢熄燈，跟住入咗去呢一個我哋嘅呢一個後車處，所有嘅車輛咧係要去到呢條橫過嘅黃線嘅位置咧，係然後咧係正式係起步嘅，即係話喺呢個黃線之前咧，佢哋嘅所有嘅車輛都只可以係一步跟一步咧係一齊行。好啦，安全車帶領之下咧，咁啊已經係完成咗2個圈，進入去第3個圈啦。我相信咧，依家稍後翻嚟咧，應該會係個賽事咧係會隨時係重開嘅，因為現時嚟講咧就賽道咧都清理得七七八八啦嚇，咁啊係應該等賽會工作人員檢查個賽道冇問題嘅話咧，咁安全車收到信號咧，咁一陣間翻嚟嗰陣時候咧，去到呢一個水塘北角彎位啊嗰陣時候咧，咁將會咧係安全車如果一熄燈嘅話咧，即係話咧跟住餘下落嚟嘅賽事咧係繼續係進行。咁啊頭先阿保全都係講過咧，就係話我哋喺安全車帶領之下咧，每一部車咧只可以根據安全車出嚟之前佢哋自己所在嘅位置，跟住前面嗰部車。咁啊因為咧，如果下頭就即係違規嘅啦嚇，咁啊應該咧係受到處分嘅嚇。咁啊所以咧現時嚟講咧，我哋見到所有嘅車輛咧都好乖咁一步跟一步。咁啊當然啦，現時啊佢哋係會係有時間咧係捽下隻胎啦，磨一磨興佢啦，因為隨時可能翻嚟咧係嚟緊呢一個圈咧就會係繼續餘下落嚟咧係剩翻6個圈嘅賽事。咁啊所以咧大家都要留心一下。咁啊而家去到葡京灣嘅位置咧，睇車咧平時就好少機會咧係可以佢哋咁慢嘅速度俾我哋欣賞佢呢一部車嘅，譬如佢嘅斑線啦，連個 number 都睇得好清楚咁啊但係平時真係冇乜機會喎，重一聲咧就已經過咗啦。好啦，嗱開始咧我哋見到車有少少加快嘅跡象啦。換言之咧，佢哋點解咧？就係話前面安全車嘅速度已經用咗少少，所以咧喺後面跟住嚟嘅車咧，佢哋咧會希望前面嘅車拉入去慢啲嘅水啊，因為點解翻嚟咧？去到呢個水塘北角灣咧，佢哋將會有機會喺賽事重開嘅。
We're on lap number 4. We're still behind the safety car, and therefore, just to explain, you can't overtake, you have to hold formation. And when the lights on top of the safety car go out, that is the indication that it will peel in at the end of the lap and it will be good to go racing, but we've not yet had confirmation of when the safety car will come in. Normally the message is relayed to the teams as well via the timing screen. So Kelvin Leung, number 6, leads the way from 18, Masahiro Kinoshita. In third spot, number 36, Loki Fun. Fourth is number 8. Which was over last, one car home. In 5th place, number 63, Chen Sinon, and then 6th, number 7, which is Lei Kinmeng. That's the order as the cars work their way. They're now down through the Solitude S's, and fingers crossed that if we do go back to racing, we'll get through without further dramas. But the way that he's gone all weekend suggests anyway that Kelvin Leung is going to be very hard to stop, or Leung Yang Wen to give him his name. But Kelvin Leung, as he's become, is the race leader. The gaps are all irrelevant because they will no doubt bunch up ready for the restart. They're going up Moorish Hill at the moment to the right-hander. And clean-up operation, of course, has had to sort out driver and then get the cars out of the way and then also treat anything down. So that's why it's taken a little while, but the road I think is now clear, so it won't be long. All being well for the Road Sport Challenge back underway. Just to remind you that after this there will be a Celebrity Cup race. There will be warm-up for the Meadowbank Grand Prix with the GT cars due for their qualification race at 12:15. But the timetable may of course be slipping with these interruptions. The delays with the TCR here qualifying session this morning. So the the cars work their way down towards Fisherman's. A bit of weaving to keep the tyre pressures up and the warmth of the rubber. And then they will get down towards Fisherman's. Lights look like they're out on top of the safety car, so we should be good to go racing this time around, Lawrence.
Thank you 嗱，而家見到咧落咗去呢個法甲灣咧，我哋見到個安全車已經熄晒燈㗎啦。嗱，留意住頭先阿輝哥係講嗰個位置，佢而家向住咧我哋嘅魚鷹灣呢個方面咧係進發㗎。咁啊呢個位置咧佢熄燈咧，佢一定要靠翻咗嗱埋位啦。嗱梁恩明嘅姐啊，跟住佢即刻啦，喺呢條黃線咧就出嚟㗎啦。嗱，因為阿木下咧佢真係木木地，唔知道點樣。梁恩明就真係醒目啦，一跟住個安全車。自己走先啊，老友執輸行頭，慘過大家老虎係都即刻飆出嚟啊！因為已經啊係過咗第二個圈㗎啦。好，而家咧向住文華東方葡京灣進發起嚟。
An amazing restart by Kelvin Leung. Mitsuhiro Kinoshita was asleep, I think, behind him because there was no way he was ready for the restart. Leung has gone. Kinoshita now has got Loke Fung right up behind him, but Kelvin Leung absolutely nailed it. He's gone storming away. And the advantage was 4 seconds when he came over the timing line. 4 seconds advantage. Through Lisboa he goes. Kinoshita is second. In third is Loke Fung. Then there's another gap opening up before in fourth place. One car Hong. There's dust settling from the exit of Mandarin as well on the way down towards Lisboa. There's been an incident because there's a gap and there's dust. No yellow flags that I can see at the moment, but certainly some dust has been kicked up as now heading up towards maternity goes the race leader on his own, Kelvin Leung, after a brilliant restart. Number 6, Kelvin Leung in the Mitsubishi leads the way. And the reason for all the smoke is that 63, Chern Si-on, has had a big engine fail. He was in 7th place and a big turbo blow, lots of smoke, and that's the reason for the smoke on the run down towards Lisboa. 63 out of the race, Chern Si-on.
A corrida recomeçou finalmente depois do safety car ter saído. São voltas batidas cantadas do programa inicial de 10 tinha passado para 9, 4 feitas atrás do safety car, 5 voltas para cumprir em ritmo de corrida com o piloto que tinha antecipasse a todos os outros, percebendo que o safety car ia sair e ganhando algum avanço logo na primeira volta. Depois definiu aqui nós tínhamos no início do GTR 34 a recuperar progressivamente alguma da diferença que o separou de Yong onde ele saiu decididamente mais rápido depois do safety car recolher e portanto o piloto japonês do Nissan GTR 34 progressivamente a aproximar-se do Yong e essa é uma luta interessante que poderá agora animar os 2 primeiros lugares da corrida. Há algum espaço para o terceiro classificado, até porque Cheong Chion já teve um problema mecânico com o seu carro. Ele comanda o japonês aqui na Chita na segunda posição. Passaram agora na reta da meta desta volta número 5 e a diferença entre ambos é quase de 2 segundos. Lokai Fung com o número 36 é o terceiro, Wong Ka-ong com o número 8 é o quarto.
So we've got racing laps done fast, and number 6 Kelvin Leung leads now, but again he's going down 4 seconds after the restart, 1.9 per lap. So the fastest lap of the race done by Mitsuhiro Kinoshita. He's charging on in pursuit of Kelvin Leung, and then in third place number 36, which is okay. Fourth number 8, Wong Ka-ong. Fifth is number 7, and 6th, 87, Shun Jae, and then 7th is Citra, doing really well, 51 out of the race. 8th is 59, which is the Lotus in the hands of Chern Si-on, and that's a good. In 9th place is Alan Chan, and then number 38, and 10th is 27, Liu Kim Chong in the best of the Subarus. So Kelvin Leung leads the way, and the gap in the first sector has stretched a little bit. So even though Kinoshita was trying to bring the gap down at the end of the previous lap, now that we're on lap 6 of 9, got a half to go, Kelvin Leung is stretching the margin once again. Still the Mitsubishi then leads the way as the cars work their way downhill through the Solitude S's this time.
非常之精彩啦！我哋見到起步啊，温度車入翻去之後咧，一起步咧，梁恩明咧就已經 拉開咗咧，基本上有成超過50公尺啊！咁啊，拉開咗排第2位18號車嘅木下咧，好遠啊！咁啊，而家嚟講咧，木下咧係需要好多嘅時間同埋花費好多嘅精力啊，係追翻上去前面呢一個梁恩榮嘅位置。唉，但係落嚟啊，剩翻落嚟咧4個圈左右嘅時間，有冇辦法可以拉近啲距離，甚至乎係追貼佢咧？我都即係考慮緊會唔會係追得到？咁啊，無論如何點都好啦，咁啊，剩翻落嚟咧已經係完成咗5個圈嘅賽事，進入到咧呢個第6個圈嘅賽事啦。6號車嘅梁恩榮喺呢個頭車嘅位置，第2位係18號車嘅木下，第3位30號車嘅盧啟峰，第4位係8號車嘅黃家康，7號車嘅李傑明排喺第5位，第6位咧87號車嘅孫正。咁啊，而呢個51號車啊許家泰咧，而家排喺呢個第7個位置。咁啊，第8位咧59號車嘅劉大彪，第10位咧就係第9位38號車嘅陳瑞豪，第10位咧27號車澳門嘅車手廖建忠㗎。咁啊，現時嚟講啦，嗱，梁恩榮已經又翻嚟啦，咁啊6個圈嘅咯喎，翻嚟已經係完成6個圈啊，進入第7個圈嘅賽事。賽事咧就剩翻3個圈嘅啫。哇！我相信啊，而家望唔望到木下先？因為梁恩榮啱啱先做嘅時間係2分34秒42，係今場最快嘅時間嚇。咁啊，梁恩榮咁啊揸架3領嘅街霸9代街霸啊。咁啊，但係後面咧嗱，呢架白色嚟緊咧就係木下嘅日產嘅 GTR 34，亦都係緊跟其後，同頭車相差超過咗3秒啊！3秒嚟講咧，我相信咧要成2個圈啊，都未必係追得到㗎。Terry。
We're on lap 7 of 9 and the lead gap is stretching. It's 3 seconds now between Kelvin Leung in number 6 and number 18. It's Hiro Kinoshita in the white Nissan. And the fastest lap of the race has been done by 87 now, which is the last Evo 9 of Shang-Chun. Further down the order, he's in 6th place ahead of the Citroen C of Alex Toy. But up front, Kelvin Leung dominating the race. He's pulling further and further and further away in the first sector of this lap. He's extended the margin once again over Kinoshita. Loke Fung still third for the podium in his Mitsubishi. And Alan Chan has done the best of anybody now within the first sector as he tries to close on Natagun in the Lotus for 8th place. So still lots of little battles to shake out lower down the order. But Kelvin Leung on his way on through the S's on towards Pyle now. Past the 13th national post is all the way down as he leads the way. Kinoshita still chasing after him, and then a rather lonely third is Lokai Fung because he can't get 2 ahead of him, but he's not really being caught either by one car Hong, so he's kind of in no man's land as the back markers battle their way up towards the timing line, including number 5 Seilung Sao, who's just managed to gain 1 spot. That will put him up into 28th place as he comes over the line. Next target for him is 28, which is Tao Lat Hong. And there's a car that has stopped coming out of the kink. 1 car stationary by the side of the road. So yellow flags at the kink, green flags on the exit. Race leaders working lap 7 out of 9 down to the Malco hairpin. Is Kelvin Leung leading the way.
Número 6 de Leon Yanpeng, com o japonês do Nissan GTR 34, Kinoshita, a ser incapaz de acompanhar o ritmo do piloto Macau. Leon Yanpeng, portanto, a aumentar pouco a diferença para o japonês, que se cifrava no final da 6ª volta em 3 segundos. Carro número 6, carro número 18, depois em terceiro, ao fundo com o carro 36, um Mitsubishi, e depois o ano com o carro número 8, outro Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. São 5 pilotos de Macau, 4 pilotos de Macau nos 5 primeiros lugares. Yong Yanpeng lidera. Kinoshita reduziu agora um pouco a diferença de 3 para 2, 23. A diferença que os Natavud está muito perto de Ui Katai, Alex Ui. Natavud no Lotus Évora Azul, muito perto do carro número 51, o Citroën C de Ui Katai. Apenas meio segundo, praticamente colados, como se pode ver aqui na imagem, o carro azul e branco, o Lotus Évora, muito perto do Ui Katai, na luta pelo 7º lugar.
好啦，咁黑白嘅睇期當然就未賽，而家咧就係做緊呢個第8個圈入邊咧進入第9個圈。咁睇嚟咧喺呢個狀態之下咧，頭先阿輝哥講得好啱啊！ 你爭咁多秒，再而家雖然可能你嘅 GTR 34係好勁啊，馬力夠大，但係咧你起多幾轉咧，阿輝哥都話：喂，保住個第二好啦，大佬，起碼都有凳仔企啊，哥哥，你唔好話追住我哋呢個識途嘅馬嚟嘅好，因為佢架車本身係行啊嘛，210/9度，大家都有實力，而且經驗嚟講，我夠膽話梁恩榮多過佢啦。喺世界就可能木下多，澳門街就梁恩榮肯定係稱霸㗎啦，即係咁講嘅，係咪？咁但係咧呢場賽事咧就係機會咧，除非有咩意外或者壞車，如果唔係嘅話，基本嘅問題唔大㗎啦都。
So race leader is on now, lap number 81 to run at the end of this. Kelvin Leung led by 2.2 seconds, starting the lap. The gap still ebbs and flows a little bit, in fairness. There are laps on which Kinoshita is stronger and brings down the gap, but here Kelvin Leung pulling away once more further, loading OK full with his Mitsubishi. So it's going to be Evo 9, Nissan GTR 34 and Evo 7 at the moment within the top three. Going strongly 7th, Alex Hui in the Citroën CLEC, but he is not yet able to find a way past 87, Sun Zhang. The race leader, Kelvin Leung, turns his way out of Fisherman's now, speed building in the first sector. This time he was quicker than Kinoshita. In the second sector he was only fractionally quicker, so the gap should grow, but Kinoshita, despite a really bad restart where he was miles back coming over the line, has fought valiantly to stay in touch. The last lap board goes out as Kelvin Leung goes through Kinoshita behind him, and the margin, when they went over the timing line, 2.3 seconds, so in other words it has grown again on that lap. The margin extends once more between them. Kelvin Leung leads and he's on the last lap of the Macau Road Sport Challenge. Mitsuhiro Kinoshita runs second and Lo Kei Fung is third in number 36.
Yang Veng a manter o seu avanço sobre o japonês Mitsuhiro Kinoshita, agora estabilizou em 2-3, 2 segundos para 3. Depois, na luta pelo sétimo lugar entre os pilotos baterem-se as posições relativas. O piloto com o número 87, Sun Zheng, ultrapassou o Leikit Mende, que tem o carro número 7. Portanto, algumas lutas com os carros estão muito próximos, aqui entre o 5º e o 8º lugar, algumas lutas a animar as voltas que faltam. Interesse na 8ª volta, esta 8ª volta a corrida vai ter 9 e Yang Veng desde o início da primeira sem quaisquer problemas.
好啦，咁時間1分1秒過，見到就阿梁恩榮咧已經喺上路方面咧落緊去呢個程璧角，咁但係咧就係木下咧亦都好有體育精神，一路繼住踩住追得佢好行嚟，而家見到咧嗱真係爭1秒半秒左右，咁大家咧而家直路方面咧就會見到會唔會有機會嗱，因為時間都係冇多㗎啦，亦都係位置亦都冇多。如果個鏡頭再聽翻上嚟，見到梁恩榮咧已經咧係落緊預備去到發夾彎㗎啦，一發夾彎咧仲有2個彎位，咁睇嚟咧睇邊個能夠係，因為已經係我哋頭先講已經係 last lap 啦，而家木下咧因為追得好貼，3個車位都唔夠，有冇機會咧就要睇埋呢啲咁多位置。嗱，而家去到咧我哋叫做水塘灣角係漁翁灣呢個位置，咁仍然咧都仲係梁恩榮一路咧就係黐住緊落嚟呢個大直路，向住頭先剛剛係呢個安全車嗱，前面呢架車係會係阻擾唔到佢嘅，因為咧見到木下喺後邊咧都係嗱，而家基本衝過嚟呢邊，黑白白仔旗等緊你啦，真係話快唔快，話慢唔慢，搞掂。咁可以話咧，恭喜晒！咁第一場嘅正式嘅賽事咧，梁恩榮為澳門爭光啦。咁冠軍就係6號車梁恩榮，亞軍咧就係18號車嘅呢個木下，季軍咧就係36號嘅盧啟星。
Checkered flag and a race win for number 6 Kelvin Leung ahead of Mitsuhiro Kinoshita. There were back markers, there were yellow flags, and the gap at the end only 0.8 of a second. Kinoshita threw everything at that on the last lap, but it was to no avail. Third, number 36, Lo Kei Fung. Fourth, number 8, Wang Ka-hong. Fifth, number 7, Lei Kit Meng. Sixth, 51, Alex Hui. Seventh, 59, which is the Lotus in the hands of Charoen Sukawatana. Natavud in 8th place, Alan Chan, number 38. 9th should be 87, Sun Zheng. And 10th, 27, over the line, Leo Kin Chong. Calvin Leung has now stopped, having taken the checkered flag. The car stopped on the round down towards Mandarin. So whether there was a problem at the end, which was causing the car to lose the pace, because the middle sector was a couple of seconds down on what you'd expect, and the last sector was a couple of seconds back on what you would anticipate. So no wonder Kinoshita was close, with Calvin Leung to nurse a problem. Certainly he's parked it, and that suggests that he doesn't want to limp it round to podium, rather get out and walk and not risk any more dramas for the cars. Calvin Leung, having dominated the race, potentially with a problem right at the end, allowing them to go Kinoshita to close. We'll get the drivers to the podium very shortly. The Celebrity Cup race, the SUNCITY Lotus Celebrity Cup race, will be next. It can start as quickly as we can do it, but first we'll have the podium for the Road Sport Challenge in a few minutes' time.
Terminou então a corrida, 9 voltas, Leong Yanfeng dominou do princípio a fim, Mitsuhiro Kinoshita no Nissan GTR 34 foi o segundo, depois Lo Kai-fung o terceiro, Wong Ka-wong o quarto, Lei Kit-meng o quinto, Katai e Steven Lise o sexto. Natavut o sétimo num lote Zebra, o piloto tailandês, o oitavo Chan Suyo no Nissan GTR, nono Liu Qinchong e décimo Chen Xia. O primeiro pódio deste programa 2015, portanto, a ser ocupado por 2 pilotos de Macau e um piloto japonês, Leong Yanfeng, com o carro número 6, GTR 34 Mitsuhiro Kinoshita é o segundo e Lo Kai-fung, o Mitsubishi número 36, o terceiro. Nesta primeira corrida do programa 2015, a Macau Road Sport Challenge, reduzida primeiro a 9 voltas, já que houve 2 voltas de formação, corrida com vários incidentes e das 9 da corrida, 4 delas feitas atrás do safety car.
好啦，一場好精彩嘅賽事啊嚇，咁緊張刺激啊，咁所以澳門嘅東望洋跑道呢，喺呢個6.2公里嘅跑道上邊呢，大家都睇到真係如痴如醉嘅。咁剛剛亦都係完成咗澳門嘅第62屆嘅呢個太陽城集團嘅第62屆嘅澳門格蘭披治大賽車嘅第一個正式嘅呢個賽事嘅項目，就係澳門嘅路車挑戰賽。咁結果方面呢，冠軍呢就係梁恩榮呢個6號車嘅，咁亞軍呢就係呢個18號嘅呢日籍車手木夏，咁而季軍呢就係呢個36號車嘅，亦都係澳門嘅車手盧啟峰嘅。咁喺後邊呢，其他嘅黃家康第4位，第5位呢就係李傑明，第6位呢就係呢個51號嘅Alex Hui。第7位呢就係呢個Sharon 納達活嚟㗎，咁第8位呢就係 Alan Chan， 第9位呢就係呢個陸健康，咁第10位呢就係呢個陳子霞，咁其他嘅呢個車手呢，佢哋基本呢係完成晒所有嘅呢個9個圈嘅賽事。咁而家鏡頭呢見到呢，呢啲係獲獎嘅車手。同埋呢啲車輛呢，一定要入翻嚟我哋所謂呢個叫檢驗場啊。咁因為呢，得獎嘅車手呢，亦都要作喺大會方面呢，賽後呢，亦都會進行呢個檢查。咁一陣間呢，就會大會亦都會邀請晒呢3位嘅車手呢上去頒獎台。咁稍後呢，就會進行呢個頒獎儀式㗎啦。咁我哋呢個頒獎嘅項目呢，亦都係邀請到體育發展局局長戴祖業先生呢，為我哋頒發呢個冠亞季軍嘅呢個獎杯嘅。咁稍後呢，如果鏡頭影出嚟嘅時間呢，再同大家係繼續講嘅，唔該。Brado。
Dentro de momentos será então a altura do primeiro pódio desta edição do Grande Prémio de Macau, o pódio da Macau Road Sport Challenge, que será ocupado por Leon Yanpeng no lugar mais alto, depois pelo japonês Mitsuhiro Kinoshita e finalmente por Lo Kaifeng. O programa, depois do pódio, segue com mais uma corrida, a corrida SUNCITY Lotus Celebrity Cup Race, uma corrida das celebridades com carros Lotus todos iguais, apenas 10 voltas também, tal como esta Macau Road Sport Challenge. Esperemos que com menos incidentes, já que na verdade esta primeira corrida do programa foi fértil em acontecimentos que levaram a alguns atrasos e a entrada do safety car. Metade da corrida foi feita, portanto, em ritmo lento.